Hello, Pastor Deborah here. Welcome again to another word of encouragement video of Agape Love. Love is Here's global teaching ministry with Pastor Deborah. I am so honored to be able to speak to you today out here in this beautiful realm. I'm coming to you to bring some words of encouragement for you. Yes, you little one. This one is word of encouragement number 12. We are going to be using a Pixabay motion video. As you can see, they're a wonderful ministry that provide free motion videos. But if you would like to donate to the creator, they have that on the website that you can do that. I thank them very much, and I have been praying they will be blessed, and all of the creators. In this new word of encouragement, number 12, we are going to be talking about walking, living in righteousness. I'm going to use a scripture out of the Authorized King James Bible, Isaiah 33, 15 through 17. Verse 15. Come you and walk, that means live, dwell in righteousness. That means in the right standing, with no sin, no judgment, clean and pure before the Lord. He's way back there, if you can see the white light. I use Pixabay because it helps you to see the realm of the Spirit. This symbolizes us walking. We're walking in righteousness. We're moving, we're thinking, we're doing. The righteousness that comes from the King of righteousness himself. He desires for us to speak uprightly, and he desires us that we will not despise the gain of oppression or of deceits or of lies. No, he doesn't want us to despise those people who get that through those means. He doesn't want us to be joyful for the gain of the oppressors or those that lie to us or cheat or deceive us. Oh, they don't know what they're doing. They were told that on the cross. They live in darkness and ignorance, so don't despise them. Don't be jealous of them, he says. In righteousness, you look at them with sadness. You look at them with a different set of eyes and heart. You don't despise what they receive from those things, but instead you look at them the way he does, with great sadness, that they are in such darkness. Don't look at someone who makes a handshake, takes a vow or an oath for a bribe to get things. Don't despise the people that make vows and oaths to sell people, even 4 or 5 generations from themselves. He is saying in righteousness, you don't do that. If you live in it and you walk in it. Now your soul will do that, but your spirit must tell your soul, we're not going to do that. We're going to have pity on them. We're going to see them as creatures, animals, servants of Satan in his image and likeness, living in darkness of this beautiful righteousness. Their walk is in darkness and not righteousness. They walk among the creatures of the night. They live in fear. They abuse us. They traffic us. They mistreat us. And yet they seem to be with all the power and live a different life. And he said, when you have righteousness from him, you see it, but you don't despise them for it. And you also stop your ears from hearing and listening, and your mind from believing and even agreeing with the shedding of blood. If you agree that it's okay to kill a baby in the womb, you are listening to them. You are in agreement with, you have come into union with them. Yeah. You agree it's okay for human trafficking to get money, power, sell people for sex or drugs. Or you agree that it's okay to kill or be in gangs for money, for territory. Even if you turn your head and you look away, you are in agreement with them. Cannot do that when you are a new creature in righteousness and you're trying to walk towards that light and you're trying to be in the beauty of jewels and gold and riches and glory. He says you cannot come into agreement with them. You must turn your eyes, your ears, your thoughts, and even your actions from it. You must also turn from war. That's right. The King of righteousness did not get righteousness into the world, into Pastor Deborah and many others, by killing anybody in the natural. He sought no earthly land, for he owns the whole earth himself. It's already his. He says, I've come to bring you truth, to set your thinking free in your spirit and your soul, to set you free from unrighteousness, which is not being in a right relationship with him. He's come to give you the gift of innocence, for he took your guilt and your punishment, so you don't have to have it. So he's saying when you walk and live in righteousness, your spirit and your soul and even your physical body must do things differently now. If you go to the polls and you vote for somebody who believes it's okay to give abortion at any age, at any time, for any reason, that's shedding of innocent blood. If you believe that these oppressors are not giving you freedom, don't vote for them. They are creatures serving Satan, the God of this earthly satanic world. They're not the God of light. You must not despise them, though. They do not know what they're doing. They have been brought up. They live in that darkness. And really, they're trying to live and to care for their families, but they're serving the wrong God. So he says, when you come into righteousness, in verse number 15, you have to do some things. And you have to shift your eyes. You cannot look at the things you have looked at before. Maybe you sat on a computer and you watched women or children having sex or being abused. You must turn your eyes from that. If your eyes looked on gold and wealth and you would do anything, you slave labor, kill anybody, you must look somewhere else. You must know what's going on, but you must not give your approval by looking. You must turn. You must turn your eyes and not give it place, even in here. You must disapprove of evil with your thoughts, your eyes, and your actions. Oh, you don't have to speak out, yell and scream, be on a microphone. No, you can just quietly vote a certain way. You can just quietly be in prayer. And if somebody asks you to go with them to do something, you say, no, thank you. If the ads come over your laptop for this, you'd say, no, thank you. And that's all you have to say. You turn. You can't stop it, not in your strength yet. You're a baby. But you turn in order to live and walk in this beautiful, glorious world where Pastor Deborah lives, where the God of righteousness is ahead of us. We are going towards it with every decision we make, every thought that we cast down that's not of this realm of righteousness. You quietly can disapprove. And sometimes many of us are going to have to stand our ground, not by fighting, but by dying. We will have to make choices. It's sort of like you're breaking away from the herd. You stand alone. But righteousness will be with you, even through the death. And as you die, you must pray for the person killing you, for they know not what they do. I've been shot at, poisoned, almost stabbed in my own home. I have family members attack me verbally and physically. I've been almost hit by a car running a red light, because you must stand for life and you must love your neighbor, knowing that they are in darkness and not on this road that you're on. This is a road of glorious light, beauty, and jewels. Verse 16 of Isaiah 33. If you do these things, little one, in spirit, in your soul, and through your physical body, you shall dwell and live on high, like Pastor Deborah does, here in this realm of gold and jewels, light and glory. Your spirit will live in the realm of righteousness. Your soul will have good thoughts. I'll tell you a quick story. I started seeing people and having sexual thoughts about them. And I went to the Lord and said, where's that coming from? That's not like me. Is that an attack of Satan? You know how he answered me? The next morning I get up and I see some of the feral cats had killed a small snake. It's laying right where I walked. And that was my sign from God that a snake had slithered in and was slithering in, bringing thoughts. He wasn't in me. He was out here, hissing, speaking, trying to get me to constantly look at man, the male form, and have sexual thoughts, desiring sex, getting sexually aroused. A thought. It wasn't me, because I knew that wasn't me. And he showed me what it was. And my feral cats, who are representative of the lions of the Garden of Eden, they showed me in the natural what it was. It was a snake of pornography, a serpent coming to deceive and speak, trying to bite and get in there. And if I had given place to those thoughts, started having sexual desires and pleasure, then I would not have been walking in righteousness in my thoughts. Oh, they come against Pastor Deborah. They'll come against you. The very thing that has taken mankind down since the beginning. Serpents, demonic spirits in serpents, words of deception, bewitchment, deceit, words, pictures, something right before you, challenging what God has said, challenging God's words to you, challenge the truth that you were told, working on you, on your soul. That just happened this week to Pastor Deborah. Then there'll be days you're very tired because you have been doing a lot spiritually. He says, through my righteousness, you keep coming, keep walking with me. I'll walk ahead of you. I'll walk beside you. I'll put angels. I'll put glory and righteousness. If you will continue to fight this battle and do these works of righteousness. And he said, you will also dwell within your soul and spirit, and eventually your physical body on high in the kingdom of heaven itself. You think this is beautiful. You think all the palaces around the world are beautiful. You haven't seen anything yet. Those are just a dim reflection of the true, eternal righteousness and kingdom of heaven that this King of righteousness is in. Pastor Deborah lives in it spiritually and is transforming her mind into the very mind of the King of heaven, Christ himself. When you walk and you live in this righteousness in your thoughts, through your eyes, through your behaviors and actions, this kingdom of heaven, this kingdom of righteousness will be your defense. Just as that, my feral cats, my angels, they showed to me what they had killed, taken care of in the spirit. It wasn't a big snake. It was just a small one. But they all hiss and they all have a purpose. And as you know, serpents, snakes, They can slither in and you can't even see them. They'll hide in the grass and they'll spew out their bewitchment, their words, and you'll think it's you. When you walk in righteousness and you get a physical, something's wrong with your body, if you don't go to God and ask him what's up, he can't tell you. Could be a demonic attack. Could be a natural thing plus a demonic attack. And then he'll give you counsel how to fight it. So he says this kingdom of righteousness will be your high place. You will live in it. It will live in you. You will be a creature of righteousness, a creature of light. And this kingdom of heaven's high place will be your defense, your strong tower, your place you can run to for protection. It will also provide you, he says, with bread, food, nourishment. That was very nourishing to me to see that dead snake in the natural. God said, that's what was coming against you. And I'm showing you in the natural what happened in the spiritual. If you're looking, you can see it. The kingdom of righteousness, as you walk in it and live in it, you change this and you have the desires to have a mind of righteousness. And you turn your eyes from all sin and oppression. And you do not despise those that are doing it. That's where Pastor Deborah has a hard time, because they create this world of the natural and spiritual that we have to live in. But we must learn to be as the king of righteousness, not fight back with anger or bitterness or jealousy, or fight back with physical violence or war, or in hate, or even despise them for being in power. For they know not what they're doing. They do not know. So you have to learn how to look at people and how to love them. And he says that when you walk in this righteousness with this God, all your food and nourishment and thoughts will be provided for you. The water that you must drink to be clean, to be nourished, which are words of truth and light, they will be abounding, always available for you and to you. Verse 17, your eyes shall see the King. You see him back there, sort of? You will see him in his beauty, in his righteousness. Oh, you'll see him even on the cross. He wasn't very pretty there. But if you look at it with a different eyes, you will see the love he bore you in great beauty. You will see his love for his Father and his Father's love for you. And you shall behold the land that's not very far off. That way. Go that way. Let it all bypass you. Keep your eyes forward, not to the new world government of Satan here on this world, or what's going on in all the politics. Ask God what you're to do. Some are called to battle, that's true. Some are called to go and serve in politics. Some are called to be spokespersons. Some are called to teach. Some are called to help you die. Some are called to do many different things. The work of righteousness and its life will help you. It will send out workers and laborers to help you. So have hope. First, accept the gift of righteousness. Then learn how to walk in it. Turn your eyes, turn your thoughts, and let your body do different things. Then you will see that land that's far off. It will be your defense. You'll meet the King of righteousness. And you'll live in the realm where Pastor Deborah does. And this Pixabay video just gives you a little glimpse of the walk. I live among the jewels, the light, the angels, the King of righteousness. There's a city of Jerusalem inside of me, the very bride of Christ, where the word of God is settled down, and it is a new place where the temple, the light of God shines out. So be encouraged. There's hope for you. You just set your mind. You make a decision with your free will. First, that you want to be a new creature of the righteousness of the kingdom of heaven. And then get with a shepherd and a mentor to help you to learn how to walk and read the word. If you don't have a Bible, that's okay. Look at nature. It's online if you can get online. And learn how to walk towards the light, because he's there waiting for you. He wants to meet you, wants to wrap his arms around you and say, welcome home, my child. Welcome back to the family of righteousness. Let me help you as you grow and learn how to live in it now. So be encouraged. There's hope for you. Even as you're dying, even on your way into hell, there's hope. Pastor Deborah has put a cross and a cup of living water right at the entrance of the gate of hell. Stop and listen. Take a drink of the water and let your free will choose. That ends this word of encouragement from Pastor Deborah of Agape Love. Love is Here's global teaching ministry in the Zoom studio with a Pixabay motion video. You be blessed, and I'll see you on the road to righteousness. Come and join and walk with me, and we'll walk where there's jewels and beauty towards that light, the land that's not very far off, the land of the kingdom of heaven, the land of righteousness. Love. Bye-bye.